Hi Aquarius, welcome to your monthly Tarotscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. So, if you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. I would love you forever for it. If you are already a continued subby, thank you so much for your continued support. It means the absolute world. For those of you that would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the email address below. And before we start, I would like to bless all of my cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help us on our path to our highest vibrational good. So, as you can see, new format. If you like it, if you love it, if you hate it, if you detest it, whatever, let me know. It's always good to keep changing things and keep switching them up, to keep them fresh. I want to keep evolving, I want to keep growing. I don't want everything to just constantly be the same and everyone just be like, oh, you know, I'm kind of getting bored of this now. You know, I want to keep growing, I want to keep evolving. I'm all about forward progression, and I would like to take you guys with me as much and as far as possible. So your actions and your interactions with the world at large this month, you get the Death card. So it looks like you are making decisions to either change your thinking on something or to really let something go. So when you see the Death card, it represents the sign of Scorpio. So there's a couple of things that take place, just like the 8th house in astrology. It's a really broad subject, and when people see the Death card, they're always like, oh my gosh. Like, there are very few instances where the Death card actually means an actual death. There are specific card combinations that you would see, and when you see them, then you know that probably likely something's gonna, you know, somebody is gonna leave your life for good in any shape or capacity. But we're not talking about that. What we're talking about is the evolution of something. It's about the transition or the transformation. When you see the Death card, especially in relation to your actions and your interactions, this is about you choosing to let something go. This could be an outmoded sense of self. It could be you know, interesting because we've just had a full moon lunar eclipse in Aquarius as well, you know, not too long ago. This is about something that's outdated, something that's outmoded. This is you specifically saying to yourself, I am removing that from my life. I am allowing that, I'm letting it go. I'm moving past it. I'm transitioning or transforming what that represents to me or who that is. For some of you, this could be choosing to let certain people go. For others, this could be a sense of self or an aspect of self, or even a personal attribute or a habit. It's like, for those of you that are smokers, big drinkers or whatever, this is the month where you say to yourself, do you know what? I'm knocking that on the head. For others, you know, if you eat unhealthily, me, you know, this is the month where you'll probably say to yourself, actually, you know what? That's no good for me. It doesn't serve me. And more importantly, it's something that I know I need to let go of. I need to either transform it or just cut it out completely. So whatever vices you may have, this will see you very much this month in your power enough. It's like you tap into your deepest desire to live and be the best self that you can. And by doing so, you come to the realization that something about your lifestyle or lifescape has to die. You have to let it go. And you know, this comes from the knowledge of, just like the earth itself, what is outdated, outmoded, no longer needed or superfluous, it's cut out. It dies its natural death. And the reason it does so, if we didn't have winter, we'd never have a spring. If we didn't have a spring, we wouldn't have a summer. If we didn't have a summer, we wouldn't have an autumn. It's following that. And when you see the Death card, it's about something that has lived its purpose. It's about you reaching a place in your life where you have the deepest desire to let something or someone go. And this month, you are making that happen. And it will be a conscious choice, because this is your actions and your interactions. So this is what you do. This is about the fire within you, the divine spark. It's about your soul effectively speaking up and saying, this is the way that I'm going. And the way that you're going is to let something go for good. So, your money and your materials this month. Let's have a look. You get the gorgeous. Right, so as a person, the King of Pentacles would be a Taurus, a Capricorn or a Virgo. And this is somebody that is strong, smart, somebody that's very dependable, very down to earth, somebody that knows how to budget, somebody that is sure, confident, somebody that crosses their T's, dots their I's, very slow to make any moves, but the moves that they make can be trusted. In other aspects, in aspects of self, it can bring those qualities out in us. But what this says to me is that whatever moves you're making this month, especially off the back of letting something go or choosing not to buy into a certain paradigm or experience anymore, you reach success. One of the biggest taglines for the King of Pentacles is about achievement or accomplishment or success. It's about real world success, and the fact that this falls in your money and your materials, to me, talks very much about an achievement of some sort. Whatever effort you've put in terms of money this month, in the month of September, whatever experience you've had of money and finances throughout the month throughout the year of 2018, none will surpass this month. September will probably be your best money month, because the King of Pentacles is about attainment. It's about physical, you know, actual things shaping up in your life. And this kind of says to me, in terms of money and materials as well, this will see you realizing your full potential. This will see you realizing just what you bring to the table and how lucrative all of your attributes, skills, or inner or personal resources actually are. This is you seeing the real world application of just what your skills and your stuff can, you know, the kind of abundance and prosperity that we talk about. That stuff can really shape up in your life this month, and it's going to be largely in response to who you are and what your personal skills and resources are. So whether you're at a job, whether you've got your own business, whatever it is, this is, if you're at a job and you work for somebody else, this is people seeing you and saying, wow, you know what, that's the sort of person I need, that's the sort of person I want to promote, all of that sort of stuff. If you've got your own business, this is you more visible. It's people seeing you and saying, right, yeah, you know what, want to work with that person, want to book that person, all of the rest of it. It's a really, really great month for money and finances for all of us, which is beautiful. So your communications with the world at large in September, you get the 11 or the 11 really you get the Justice card, which is number 11. Now the Justice card talks about contracts, it talks about, you know, really official communication. The fact that this falls in your communication sector means that you're going to be doing a lot of debating. You'll possibly be having conversations about you know, possibly having conversations about money. You could be having meetings. A lot of meetings will be taking place actually this month. Some will be about furthering your business or getting that promotion. For some of you, this communication is very much of a legal or documentation sort of slant, and you know, not in a bad way either. This could be about, you know, taking things to the next step. It's about you making a decision. It's about you saying, right, okay, I want to make the decision now to sign on the dotted line. I want to start promoting myself more. I want to go for that promotion or that new job. This is about you signing contracts this month. You're talking about it a lot. There's a lot of meetings, a lot of debating, a lot of, you know, figuring things out. Yeah, do I want to go for this? Am I invested in it? And, you know, are you offering me what I want or what I think I'm worth? You know, and all of that. So, you know, in any meetings or negotiation situations that you find yourself in the month of September, go for broke. If you feel like you should get more than what's being offered, ask for it. If you feel like, you know, if you get a contract and you think, yeah, okay, on the larger part, I'm actually really happy with it. There's some stuff that I'm not too sure about or I'm not sure I like, speak on it. Because this is the month where you can really negotiate not only the best for yourself, and that's the truth of it, right? If you negotiate the best for yourself, whether it's a job you're going for, a business contract or anything, if you negotiate with yourself in mind, you are more likely to, and if you're happy with what you're being offered, you are more likely to excel and to do the best that you can do, because not only have you been, you know, you've been fair to yourself, but you're being fair to the other party. And in doing so, the right sort of energy exchange takes place. And when that happens, when every party involved of any negotiation is, you know, it feels like they're getting their fair share, then everybody wants to put into that thing, that project, that job, whatever, the best that they can that they can do, you know. So by getting the best out for yourself, you are going to put your best in, because you believe you're being treated or even compensated fairly for what it is that you're putting in. Absolutely stunning, really, really awesome. And then finally, your heart and your half. So this is your personal relationships: boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, lover, you know, partner, whatever you want to call it, closest relationships, people that you spend a lot of time with. And you get the Ace of Wands. So this is for couples, this is a very good time. You know, it looks like hot, it looks passionate, it looks like fun, it looks like sexy and sensual times. You know, this is a really good month. For those of you that are coupled, this is great. It brings the fire and the passion back. And I kind of feel like, because you're going through all of this personal excitement and expansion and growth, you know, it's kind of going to spill over into all aspects of your life. So you're going to be like, right, everything else is going good. Now let me make sure my relationship's going good. And, you know, hey, baby, you getting it tonight. I'm such a dork. But you get my meaning. When everything else in our lives goes well, our relationships can flourish, because we want to turn the extra energy and blessings onto that relationship. So for those of you that are coupled, this looks absolutely great. My only advice with this, if you are coupled and you're not seeking to get pregnant and you don't want that kind of happening, be very careful. You know, exercise all precautions that you have to stop yourself or your partner getting pregnant. This is the month where, you know, fertility runs very high with the Ace of Swords, with the Ace of Wands. It really does. For those of you that are single, this looks like you just really enjoying. For some of you, it could be enjoying multiple partners, because you've got, you know, the Justice card there, which is, you know, choosing between this and that sometimes. And then you've got that Ace of Wands, which is fun, exciting, sexy and sensual times. So for some of you, this could be multiple partners this month if you're so inclined. For others of you that are single and not looking for that kind of experience, it says that you fall in love with whatever your personal passions are. You know, it says that you, whether that's music, dancing, writing, whether it's walks in nature, like whatever it is that brings you passion, whatever it is that gets you excited and emotive, that's what you're pouring that energy into. So across the board, love, and, you know, whether you're single, whether you're partnered, it looks like a very sensual and sexual and exciting month in terms of our personal relationships. So as you can see, like I said and like I talked about, new format. So the first week of September, we get the World card. This is the second time this has happened in this space. When you get the World card, this is basically about a reset button. This is you coming into something else. And the really amazing thing about this is, so you've got the Death card there. That's you choosing to let one stage of self or era or whatever in your life go. The World card is about what is next. It's about the next self, the future self. It's about all of the new stuff coming in. It's kind of like the Fool card, but where the Fool card is wide-eyed and brand new pure potential, the World card is mastery and directed force, directed power, let's say. It's like the Magician on steroids, I guess. You know, when you see the World card, this is about, you know, drawing a line under one sector of life. The first week of September, your slate is being wiped clean, Aquarius, for the better, and you're going to have a really amazing understanding of just how much of a foundation you've built up for yourself in order to make some really big sweeping changes in your life. So the second week of September, you get the Horned One. So the Devil card, interesting. It looks like a Capricorn is going to become really influential in the month of September. So the Horned One actually represents, it's the Devil in the Rider-Waite deck, and the Horned One, or the Devil card, is actually represents the sign of Capricorn. So you've got the King of Pentacles there, and then you've got this right underneath, a Capricorn person who is very smart, very learned, somebody that's really gifted in their chosen field. A Capricorn is going to help you and assist you this month, and it's going to be somebody that, you know, it might be somebody that you know. With the World card there, it's either somebody that comes back into your life from a time before, or it's going to be somebody completely brand new. There'll be no in between. You know, and when I say the past, I mean like 3+ years previous, like quite a long time ago, or, you know, somebody completely brand new. But a Capricorn in the second week of September, a Capricorn will be very influential in your life, and they could very well help you on your way towards things. Also, because the Devil card itself represents addiction, I want to say to you, if you feel like you're clinging to the past, remember the Death card is there for a reason. If you feel like you need to end something or remove something from your life, this is the month to do it. And it could very well be the second week of September that either urges you to do so or pushes you in a space to do so. You know, that's not to say that you're going to be forced to, but sometimes circumstances happen and shape up in order to make us make a choice. You know, it won't make the choice for us, it will just put us in the position of having to choose. Third week of September, you get the Strength card, which is beautiful. The Strength card is about not just your physical body, but it's about finding your courage. So this falls right underneath the Justice card. What I want to say to you is, whatever you put your heart and soul into, whatever you have to negotiate on, be sure to seek the best that you can get for yourself. And the reason I said that is, like I said before, so that you can put your best in. This says that if you come up, you know, in the third week of September, it looks very much like you're going to have a challenge, and that challenge, it could be the universe testing you, it could be your subconscious testing you, like, you know, you saying, oh yeah, you know, I'm cutting that out and I'm going to be strong and I'm going to do this. And then the third week of September, not in a bad way, but you're presented with something that really forces you to choose. It gives you the opportunity to walk your talk. Yeah, it gives you, you know, the third week of September is going to give you the opportunity to really decide, you know, to really put into physical, actual practice all the things that you say you're going to do. So rather than being full of hot air, this is going to be about you doing the action. For some of you, I have to say this as well, and I probably speaking, you know, mostly about myself. This is about dealing with weight issues. For those of you that are dealing with, you know, if you feel like you're overweight or if you're massively underweight, this will see you having that realization this month of saying, right, okay, you know what, this has gone far enough in terms of my physical self. I'm either not happy or I'm not fulfilling my truest potential, and this will be the month where you really start to put steps in place to change your personal self-image in terms of your body. And I know for myself, I am not happy with, you know, I've put on some weight. I'm not like, you know, suicidal about it or anything, but I'm not at the point where I would like to be. And this month will very much, you know, with this combination of these two cards, it's about how you view yourself and what your personal self-image is. And in terms of that, you know, I want to do better. I want you know, a better physical appearance, and in order to have that better physical appearance, I've got to do the work. It's not just going to come off on its own. So, you know, that's another thing as well that you might be thinking about throughout the month of September, especially in the third week. But you'll also be having some sort of challenge that forces you to step up to the plate. You're going to have to walk your talk. Finally, the fourth week of September, you get the Judgment card. Interesting. So there will be a blast from the past this month, and it looks like for some of you, this, you know, if you're single, this is going to be a partner that comes, in fact, whether you're single, whether you're taken, is irrelevant. This month, some kind of partner or old sexual partner or anything like that is going to make themselves known in your life. The past comes to knock on the door this month, and it will be up to you whether you go there or not. But the fourth week of September will definitely see an old partner or somebody that you used to hang around with, that you were really close to, in that sort of way. It could see some of you having like a, you know, a secret clandestine tryst. It could see some of you having you know, really deep thoughts about a previous relationship and asking yourself, what did you learn from it, and can you continue to learn from it, or do you need to really just let it go? And for some of, well, for a lot of us actually, I feel like an old partner is coming out of the woodwork, and what you're going to have to ask yourself is, do I want to tread that old ground again? You know, it really is up to you. So interesting, really interesting. And then finally, your key to the month. The Sun card. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So what is the Sun card? It's joy, optimism, it's trust, it's innocence, it's the blessing of God, it's the light shining on you. this looks like an amazing month. You're letting things go, you know, finances look good, you're speaking your truth, you're finally owning up to what you truly believe you're worth. You're having this conscious realization of, you know what, this is what I'm worth and this is what I will accept. And anything or anyone that isn't on board will be removed this month. Anyone or anything that is not, you know, about to or going to interact with you in the fairest or best way, it and they will be naturally removed. If not by you consciously, then by the universe. You know, you've got the universe card there, you've got the death card there, you've got justice card, and you've got the sun. It's like the words that I'm hearing are the universe is conspiring to give you all of your best, and all you need to do is show up for it and have the strength and the courage to stand by what your convictions are and say, yeah, you know what, I know what I'm worth, I know what I bring to the table, I know what I deliver. And if you stand firm in that, the sun card stands there and says, you know what, that's what I needed from you, and now I will deliver. Really amazing month. I wish you an abundance of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance itself. Have an amazing month, Aquarius, and I'll see you very soon for more videos. Take care.